Hey everybody, it's Jim with Triple J Bricks. Welcome back to another video. And today I got down here, or this evening, I got down here and I was feeling motivated to get some more parts into the store. And so I was opening up the drawers and pulling them out, and I was thinking, all right, let's just grab a drawer, or let's grab a container rather, of parts from my inventory, and let's pull out some pieces to upload. And I poured out the first container onto the tray to go through, and then I stopped and thought to myself, maybe I should record some of this and just give you an idea of what I'm working with, how I'm doing this, and kind of how much money that we're pulling out of some of these containers. So let's get into it. This order is going out to Moo Beef for $12.03. Just a bunch of parts. Cool to see windscreens leaving too. Thank you so much for the order. So I had this drawer open. I kind of just opened a random drawer. And, well, I knew kind of what was in here, but I was thinking this drawer would be a good place to start. I don't know why, but I pulled open this drawer and I pulled this container. And this container contains all of these pieces. Hinge parts of various sizes and shapes. And I thought this would be a good place to start because there's a ton of these here. I don't think I'm going to be using all of these, especially in some of these colors. And there's some that aren't even put together. So I just think it'll be, one, a good way to pull some of these parts for the store, and two, just sort of organize them a little bit better and make sure things look good. Maybe pull out anything that's maybe a little busted or damaged. And yeah, so I'm just gonna take you along on a few of these, and this is what we're gonna roll with today. All right, first thing I do is just organize it by part type and color. And then this just gives me a little bit better of an idea how many parts I have in each color and what we could maybe part with. So I'm gonna probably hold on to all of these light bluish gray ones just because I'm probably gonna use these in future castle mocks, but I can get rid of some of these black ones. I'll probably get rid of the white ones, list these, probably keep those brown ones. I'm gonna see like the value of some of this stuff too, and then make a decision based on that, but I'll show you those numbers at the end of this listing here and what I ended up keeping. I also have these hinge pieces. These are kind of cool. I'm trying to think of like where I could use something like these. They're essentially 90-degree turns, but then they also allow, you know, angled builds. Yeah, I'll think about those a little bit more. And then I have a few of these as well. These types of ones. These are the top pieces, and then you would connect like a Technic pin through those. Those could have some use, not really sure. But then I have a few of ones that don't have a mate with them, but you can actually sell these on Bricklink and list them individually as well. So I'll probably just do that with those. And then I have the plate versions of these as well. Tons of ones in black. So definitely gonna upload a bunch of those and some other various colors. These are also ones that do not have a mate. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this, and I'll show you what I upload when I'm done. Well, I just had a revelation. It's not really a revelation, it's just a fact. That so I was scanning this into Brickstore, and it was not registering it. It was giving me these versions, the plate versions. And so I'm scanning it at different angles and doing all this stuff, and I'm like, why isn't this scanning it? And then I thought, oh, does this not recognize this in Bricklink as one piece? So I took it apart, which is fair because these are a little bit, so these, I believe if you get these in a new set, these do come pre-made like this. You can take these apart, but these come as one piece. These always come as two pieces that you have to put together. So I took it apart, sure enough, it pops up as an individual piece. So I don't think I've ever uploaded these before then. I don't think I've ever uploaded these before. I don't think I have these in my store. I'll have to look because I don't remember doing that, and clearly, yeah, my brain didn't remember. So I'm gonna have to take all these apart and upload them individually. All right, we got everything in the Brick Store file. Everything is separated, all individual listings. Also, these had to be separated as well. So I had to separate those out. So all of this stuff you see here is listed or will be listed very, very shortly. And all of this is going to be listed. I'm not gonna list these. I'm gonna throw these in here. This is stuff that's not going to be listed. This is all mostly light bluish gray, a few of the black, some of the browns, and then a few dark grays. That's kind of all I'm holding on to. This is the color palette that I intend to work with in terms of mock building. And if I need one of these or something, you know, ideally, it's not like I list it and it's sold immediately, right? I mean, that'd be kind of cool, I guess, but it's not gonna be sold immediately, right? So if I, you know, if I'm rebuilding a set and I find I need like a green or something, I can always pull it from my store. And that's kind of the beauty of all of this too. So a couple standouts here. These tan ones are actually pretty valuable. What are these tan ones coming in at? These are like 38 cents a piece. Most of these are like 4, 5, 6 cents. Nothing super crazy, but the tan ones are quite valuable. And yeah, those are kind of the standouts. Everything else is fairly basic, but oh, and then this blue one, this is 42 cents. I don't have its mate. This is the only blue kind of hinge like this that I have. I don't know where it came from, some bulk lot somewhere, but this is all totaled. All of these pieces comes out to $19.25 in listed value. That's not bad considering this is just one little container in one drawer. So I'm gonna get these put away and let's move on to the next one. I think I know which one I want to tackle next. It's a little random, but I think it's time to upload some of this stuff. All right, here they are organized. These are always interesting. These antenna pieces in this color. There's a couple in here. Like that one's a little scufflelumpicus. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see the value on that. If it's a valuable piece or if it's part of something that's like super vintage and someone wouldn't mind. I mean, the piece is intact. It's just you can kind of see it's a little chewed up. But if it's valuable, maybe I'll list it like that. And then I have these antenna pieces in a couple different colors, and then these like launcher things in various colors, and then some lightsaber ones. I have a bunch of these blue ones. I think I got these on the Pab wall ages ago. I think that's why I have so many of these. I don't know why I got these, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know why I got those. And then I have this one here, which I'm kind of interested to see what the value of this is. It's sort of like this, but like a larger version. So anyway, I'm gonna upload these and see what we're sitting at. Upon further inspection, this is actually not Lego. I'm not seeing any Lego logos upon further inspection, and Brick Store is not recognizing it. So I thought it was, but apparently it's not. Well, I am officially blown away. This is the exciting part of this hobby and this journey. It really is. So everything here, okay, all of this and all of this is $41.81 in listed value. That is crazy. That was just sitting in that drawer down there. $41.81. The craziest part of this are these. There's 3 of these. These are dark, trans dark blue antenna whips. Each of these are $5.07 on average that were sold in the last 6 months. $5 each. bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Some of the stuff is like 40 cents, 30 cents each. Like, it just adds up. These each were 55 cents. Each of these were a couple dollars. I did decide to list this one that was all chewed up at the bottom. It still works, it's just chewed. So I listed this one for, I just kind of knocked off a few some money off of that one, because this is $1.34 on average, and so I listed that one for a little less because I figured someone would probably want that. But yeah, crazy. So this has got me all jacked up. So let's do one more for this video, and let's see if we can top it, but I doubt it. So back in that same drawer, I had a small bag of these sitting in there, and I don't really remember why. I just looked it up. These are not in my store. It's in my personal inventory. I must have done this when I separated out, not recently, but a while back. I separated out, like, because I had these stored with my bars, like bars and other antennas, and I sorted them, kind of further down sorted them into separate categories, and I think these were all of the other antennas I had that were not transparent. So I'm gonna list these two and see where we're sitting at with these. $1.81, nothing crazy. These are about 25 cents a piece though. These come on, well, probably because they come on the Naboo Starfighter for Star Wars piece, but most of these are just 6, 8, 10 cents, something like that. But you know, hey, money's money. You know, I'm looking at my clips drawer, and these are sticking out to me. And the reason these are sticking out to me is because I know there's a ton of Droid arms in here. One, this is getting really, really full. Two, this has 3 or 4 or 5 different part types in it. It's kind of a mess. It's really hard to look through, so let's see what we got. All right, this is the last one we're doing today, because holy man, this took so much longer than the rest of them. All the Droid arms are now done. So all of the Droid arms, all of these pieces, which by the way, these are 64 cents a piece in black. That is absolutely crazy. I don't even know where I got those from. More Droid arms, and then these are all of the clips. I have them already bagged up. This all in comes up to $42.76. Amazing. I decided to just list all of them. I'm certain that I'll probably want to use some of these in mock builds in the future, especially some of these clips probably, especially in light bluish gray, but I just decided to upload them. They're not that expensive, so if someone needs them, they can have them, and if I need them later, I can always buy them back later. So all of this for another $42, that is really amazing. So all in, what is that, 85, 90 bucks almost? I should have added it up as we went, but somewhere close to that, because I think the first one was like 20 some dollars. Then it was another, 47 and 42. It's almost 100 bucks that I uploaded tonight. Just in those 3 containers. That's amazing. It's so cool. It's always fun to find stuff that is more valuable than you think it is. And that was all just sitting in that drawer. So it's really, really awesome. But I need to go to bed, so I'm gonna call it here. But everybody, thank you so much for watching this little video. I need to do more of these, because these kind of get me going. They get me inspired. They get me recording, and I like to share all these little tidbits with all of you. It's really fun, and I hope you find it entertaining. But thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But remember, until then, keep on building. Jim